Okay, so I had to record this video today. This goes back a while, at least a decade back, that I was a little unwell, and it was something to do with anxiety of a sort, and I was recommended a doctor, a homeopathic doctor, by a friend, and I decided to give it a shot. Now, this doctor was no ordinary doctor, right? He was someone who would have, who would see hundreds, if not thousands, of patients every single day. It was very interesting, the model that he worked with. So he did not have a fixed time. I had to go to his clinic, take an appointment with his assistant doctor for what was like an interview. Now, that's very typical with homeopathy, where they literally interview you, ask you for your life history in a lot of detail. So I met this assistant doctor, a young lady who was very good, very thorough, I thought. And she interviewed me for a good part of 2 hours, and she asked me pretty much everything, so much so that I realized, I learned a lot about myself during that interview, and I highly recommend it to a lot of people who I think need some introspection, or some perspective. So I went through that interview and answered all the questions very, very candidly. All of that got done by, say, 4 p.m. I was then called back to the clinic at 7 p.m, which seemed latish, but well, it was an appointment. So I reached there to be greeted by a crowd of people who were there before me, and I was told that my turn would be after all of them were done. I was very, very keen on seeing this doctor, so I sat in that crowd / queue. Believe it or not, the doctor would come out of his cabin, his clinic, he would go home, he would go for a walk, he would come back. All of this kept happening for a while, and whether or not you can believe this, my turn finally came at 2 a.m. I was very patient, but I was bewildered at the same time as to how this model was even functioning. I did not question anything. I badly wanted to see that doctor. Now, at 2 a.m, when I walked in, I had already had almost 7 hours with myself, and I was analyzing all of my answers that I had given to the young assistant doctor. And soon as I entered, now this doctor's cabin was it was almost like a court-martial room. So he had his assistant doctors, the students, sitting around him. He was sitting right bang in the center, and there was a camera. I did not expect that, but all of that was there. As surprised as I was to see that, I still quickly popped a question, stopped the doctor from proceeding, and told him that, "Doc, I'm sorry, but before you proceed, before you say anything or ask me anything, I need to correct one of the answers that I had given this afternoon." And he looked at me and was like, "Okay, tell me." And I was like, "Your assistant doctor asked me, among other things, if I was lazy. And based on the answers that I had given prior to that question, she herself said that you don't seem to be lazy." And I confirmed, saying, "No, I'm definitely not lazy. I am pretty active and alert all of the time, most of the time." Now, I told the doctor that this answer had been incorrect, because during the analysis of those 7 hours, or sorry, whatever the time was, the 7 hours, yes, I realized that I have a very, very, very lazy body. I am very akin to sleeping through mornings well into the afternoon. There have been times in the past, long back, that I have woken up at like 1 p.m. and it seemed normal. So the body that I have is very, very lazy, but the mind pushes it so much that even I've forgotten that I'm lazy. The doctor started smiling, almost laughing, and he was like, you know what, had you not told me this, I would have known this anyway. But good job on the analysis. That's absolutely right. You have a very, very lazy body. And this revelation was amazing. I have held on to that very, very dearly, saying it's really a combination of what you have and what you do with it. So no matter what kind of a body you have, no matter what kind of capabilities you're born with, you can really turn a lot of things around or move them in a direction that you want to, need to. So this came up today with one of my dear friends who I was having a short chat with, and I told him that I'd record the story about the body-mind correlation, the revelation that I had. So Dr. Nave, this is for you. Alrighty, thank you so much for listening in, everybody, and I appreciate your time as always, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.